Okay, so here we continue with some more examples of multiplying algebraic fractions. Again, the key really is factoring. If you're able to factor and you're able to do your factoring correctly, then these problems won't present much difficulty. If you're struggling with factoring, then these problems are just going to overwhelm you. So it's really important, if you're still having trouble with factoring, go back, work through some more problems on factoring, go back, look some more of the videos on factoring, really get your factoring down, because that is the key for these problems. That's really it. If you can factor, then you can do these problems. If you can't factor, you're not going to be able to do these problems. So again, I encourage you to take some time, pause the video, and go ahead and factor each piece. So hopefully you factored along with me, ahead of me, and kind of check your work. Just to review a little bit, the numerator is a difference of squares, or x squared minus 16. So we break that down as what I multiply to get x, and what I multiply to get 16. X plus 4, x minus 4. The bottom is a little bit of more work, but at least there's nothing in front of the squared term, so we can do that factoring a little quicker. Things that multiply to be negative 4, add to be negative 3, would be a positive 1 and a negative 4. X plus 1 in the other fraction is already broken down, and x is also already broken down. So here we've done all of our factoring work. And now once you've done the factoring, now's the payoff. Because now you can go through with your little red pen and start crossing stuff out. So you see that you have a x minus 4 in both, so we can cancel that out, both top and bottom. We also have an x plus 1 in both top and bottom, and so we jam both of those out, and then we're left now with x plus 4 over x. Really careful, remember you can't cancel the x in the top with the x in the bottom, because the x in the top is being added, and the x in the bottom is a factor. Remember, to cancel, they must be common factors. So our answer is x plus 4 over x. Okay. Now I'm going to write down the next problem. When you first see it, it's going to seem overwhelming. And there it is. Woo! Big mess. Okay. Take your time and factor each piece. Now, because this is a little more involved, I am going to go through it piece by piece, but again, I encourage you, for your benefit, to take the time, pause the video, and factor. Again, I'm going to go through piece by piece, so if you want to factor piece by piece ahead of me, go ahead and do so. So first we have our numerator, x squared plus 11x plus 30. Here we need things that multiply to be 30 that add to be 11. The two numbers would be a 5 and a 6. Okay, moving to the bottom, we have x squared plus 3x minus 18. So we're looking for things that multiply to be negative 18, add to be positive 3. That would be a negative 3 and a positive 6. Already you might say, hey, there's an x plus 6 that I get to cross out or annihilate or do whatever fancy word makes you feel good. Okay. Moving on, we have the other numerator, x squared minus 2x minus 3. We say we need things that multiply to be negative 3 and add to be negative 2. That would be a positive 1 and a negative 3. And then finally we move to the bottom, x squared plus 4x minus 12. We need things that multiply to be negative 12 that add to be a positive 4. A quick search tells us that we need a negative 2 and a positive 6. So now we've done all the cancellation, or all the factoring. Now we can do our cancellation. We look for anything that's common in both top and bottom. I see an x plus 6 in the bottom and an x plus 6 in the top. Now you might be saying to yourself, hey, I have another x plus 6 over there. Why can't I cancel it out too? Well, you only have one in the top. You can only get rid of what in the bottom what you get rid of in the top. So the other x plus 6 is going to kind of just stay there. And we also have an x minus 3 in the top and an x minus 3 in the bottom. And so we cancel each of those out. And then as we look at what's left, nothing else cancels out. So at this point, we take and write what's left as our answer. X plus 5 times x plus 1 all over x minus 2 times x plus 6. And now we factored. And again, I can't reiterate the importance of being able to factor. It's really the key to doing these problems. In our next video, we're going to start looking at division of algebraic fractions.